Welcome to Planty Face Syndicate. This is episode 96. Tonight we're going to be talking about all the spoilers that we have not covered yet for a Lawless time. There's a bunch of cool stuff. This set is actually ramping up to be a pretty wild set. A lot more than what I think a lot of us expected. And I thought, why not just let's just take a breath a second. Let's go through the majority of the spoilers that we have left. And that way they'll be done and over with, because next week we'll obviously be talking about the actual Minnesota results to kind of wrap up the PQ season. And we'll possibly have a few more spoilers, and then hopefully we can start building some decks and getting into it. We also will have a sealed guide probably here very shortly once we get all the stuff for it. So we're hoping that all the spoilers come out this week to give Alex a little bit more time to build that guide for us. But yes, we'll see how that goes, because we have the release of this set coming out in just under 3 weeks. So I'm pretty excited. I like playing sealed quite a bit, so I'm very excited for kind of what's going up. We'll also talk a little bit about the Worlds announcement, just a little bit about the format. Nothing really big or anything like that, but we'll talk a little bit about the format here in just a second. But before we get into it, joining me on mic tonight is my good buddy Alex. How are you doing, sir?
Oh, I'm doing okay. I'm pretty excited for a lot of these spoilers. They put in my most requested character, so I'm happy for that.
Yep, you'll get first crack. We saved it just for you, buddy.
I appreciate it.
Also joining me is Sam, the youngling. How are you tonight, sir?
I'm pretty good. There's another combo that me and Tanner are going to argue about, and it's probably my most hyped conversation for the season. So let's get another one.
All right, yeah. How many times did you win anything with the last combo we talked about?
Online, like at least 10 games.
How
with
many
it
times?
In person? Oh, calm down.
In person?
In
Zero?
person, I have not assembled it.
Okay.
So,
And why is that?
no worries.
Just what I thought. Also joining us tonight is JJ. Welcome back, JJ. How are you tonight, sir?
Doing all right, man. I'm super hyped, man. We got pre-release weekend approaching soon, and I cannot wait to start opening up all these new cards, man. Super excited for the new set coming up.
Yeah. Okay, so last weekend, last weekend, was it last weekend? Yeah, last weekend was Valentine's Day, so there wasn't a ton going on in the SWU library for me. I know Sam's been grinding games, getting practice in. He's going to Milwaukee here in a few days. The only one from our team representing from our podcast team, I guess I should say, representing this weekend. So good luck to Sam. Have you picked a deck yet, Sam?
I'm on Han Yellow, and I submitted for Sea Raptors, because he has a little form to fill out if you're going to Milwaukee and you are planning that you might be on stream. So I put planning phase rather than anything else, but.
So is that just so that you could get your deck streamed, or is so that we get to you get to commentate?
They'll know who I am when they commentate on me, and if I do well on stream, they'll have information about PPS and all that.
Oh, nice. That's kind of cool. I didn't know you could even do that. Maybe it's because we've not been to any of these really large events before, or recently.
Be hey, if you have 2 hours of free time, check this podcast out.
Yeah, well, tonight won't be a 2-hour podcast, folks. Hopefully, we're just covering spoilers. So, 3 hours. JJ, you are not getting spoilers. We're not doing that. So just as a couple of housekeeping notes. First housekeeping note is, if you have not subscribed, please help us get to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. That would be awesome. Share our stuff so that way we can get to that 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, because it's that magical number you need in order, I guess, to be cool. So that would be super awesome if you could do that for us. Second housekeeping thing, we again will not be recording this Sunday due to the fact that Sam is going to be in Minnesota and I will be at a Nine Inch Nails concert. And I'm not going to give up my Nine Inch Nails concert, in fairness, to come stream.
Who are they touring with?
Themselves and Boys Noise, I think. There's a band called Boys Noise that I have no interest in seeing again, because I've already seen this show once last year. But it's Nine Inch Nails, and I've probably only missed 2 of their shows since 2000 that have actually come to Michigan. So I have probably seen them 15 or 16 times. So
it's in Grand Rapids, damn.
It is. You can come. You can sleep on my. I got 2 couches. You can sleep on one of them if you want to come crash. You don't even have to pay. You just have to buy the ticket. I can't buy your ticket. I'm a little poor for that right now. But that was the other housekeeping note. So we are going to record next Tuesday again, kind of like we're doing this week. So I apologize. This has been a little bit of a change. I don't know if we'll permanently go to Tuesdays, but just as an FYI, this is kind of where we have to be for this month. And stuff like that. So hopefully we get all the stuff, and that gives Alex a couple extra days to build our sealed guide, because I would really like to have a sealed guide before we go into
whenever they release the cards.
Pre-release season. Well, I have a bad feeling we may not get them until like 2 days before pre-release, and then we aren't going to cast before then, so it won't be a help for anyone. But all right, so that was all the housekeeping. So the first thing I wanted to talk about, and I don't have a graphic for this or anything fancy or special. If you have not signed up for Worlds, tickets went on sale today. VIP sold out in 30 minutes for both sides of the VIP. And they were more money this time for both the VIPs. So I don't even know how many tickets they were. All I know is that they did not have the site open at 11 like they said they would. Somebody sent me a link, and it was like a test site. Like it was like I tried to enter my credit card information, and I hope it didn't get stolen, because it says this is a real credit card and not a test credit card. You cannot use this here. And I was like, oh shit. And so so
you might want to look into that.
Yeah, check with your bank.
Gotta report that to Experian.
Well, it's I don't have to. It's the it's a friend of ours. I don't think he would give us a bad link, but it is my Apple credit card, so whatever, right? Like if those charges are easy to fight. It's not my bank card that they have. So
Okay.
I just decided I was not going to try to afford tickets on my out of my personal account yet. I will just put it on my credit card and worry about it when the bill comes next month. So because it was not cheap. It was like $370 something for the VIP. But I got my VIP. I did not buy the $650 one though. Because I thought I would get some shit from my wife if I did. So I decided to just get the $350 one.
It's so expensive. I can't afford that.
Yeah,
well, you don't get a choice now. Now you don't get that one. So you don't have to worry, Alex. You can just get the cheap one.
They might open more. You never know.
Last year they did not though. So
last year didn't
stuck
sell
with
out
me,
until,
Alex.
like, the day before.
True.
Well, no, the VIPs did. Yes, VIPs were sold out within a couple of days last year. So yeah, because I actually was going to go back and upgrade mine last year when I got more money, and I did not get more money or did not have the ability to upgrade. So, but yeah, so the other thing is, it's interesting if you're playing in day one, not the last chance qualifier, but day one, they're going to open the whole tournament with a draft. The tournament starts with a draft. So your first like 5 rounds are draft. So if you have your bye, like this is like you come prepared to play Premier, but you're opening with draft and then moving into Premier. I predicted this. I told you guys there would be something crazy going on with it. I did not expect us to go from draft to Premier though. Like, can I just go like draft to sealed? Does it, like, I would rather just do that. I don't know. Alex, what do you think about that? Like, that's crazy, right? Like, we need to go play draft.
I guess. I mean, it's interesting. I don't particularly enjoy draft, but it is what it is.
Well, your day one is going to be draft, baby. So hopefully you and I do not have to sit by each other, because otherwise we'll be drafting the same damn cards.
We just collude.
Okay.
I say recording this, and we give each other the best cards for each other's decks, and then we just go super far. Easy.
If
All
there
right,
wasn't
fair
a
enough.
player meeting, that strategy would be insanely good.
Yeah, so I don't know. I'm actually excited that we're doing an it is like a varied format. I'm not super excited to play draft and then Premier. What I was hoping we do is play like sealed and draft maybe in one day, and the next day play some Premier, or do Premier first and then draft and sealed. But if you think about it, like, even if you get your 100 points, right, drafting, like, you got to know how to draft, and on top of knowing how to draft, like, you're going to have to draft a good enough deck to be able to get 5 wins. Because to be able to move on, you're going to probably have to have 7 wins the first day, is my guess. And you can't rely on your Premier deck to take you there. You have to know how to draft to actually be able to move on to day 2.
The first time I drafted for Secrets was in top 4 or top 8 of the cut.
Well, there you go. So you did pretty well, right? So
I'm going to try to do this again.
No, we're gonna practice ahead of time. We'll sit down and actually do a real draft ahead of time in the hotel. That's what we'll do. We'll buy a box and bring it with us, and like you and me and Sam and maybe JJ if he comes, or Matt and Mike or somebody, we'll all just sit there and we'll get like an 8-person pod and we'll draft together. But then we could talk to each other about whether like how we want to draft. Like Ryan has this whole our buddy Ryan has this like he has this whole theory like planned out, like if the 2 people down do this, and if this like, so he has this all mapped out. So I think we'll be good. Basically, we'll just sit with Ryan. He'll help us. That's why
People pay attention in draft.
Yeah, they yep. Yep. I always draft, and I have a really good draft deck, and then I have to play somebody that has a better draft deck than, and then I lose, and then I cry. So, but I also hope we get these hats back this year, because I would like actually to buy one of each of them, like so I have a collection of all of them, and then I can put them on my shelf in the background to display. I think that would be really cool. So. But anyway, let's talk spoilers, right? Like that's what we're here for. Let's talk some spoilers. We only got a few leaders we haven't covered yet, so we got a few leaders to cover tonight. I guess since JJ and I covered the leaders last week, we will let Sam and Alex have this week's leaders. Alex, which leader do you want to cover first?
Well, I feel like Sam wants the other one, so I guess we'll talk about Boba Fett.
All right.
Why not? Yeah, so you got like teenage Boba Fett. So JJ will have to explain to me how that is even a thing.
Clone Wars. Yeah, Clone Wars.
Sure.
Yeah.
So we got green Boba Fett. When a friendly bounty hunter unit's attack ends, if the defending unit was defeated, you may exhaust this leader. If you do, create a credit token. It does say attack ends, so you can you don't have to live through the attack, right? Like Set 1 Ezra or something.
Yep.
He's an underworld and bounty hunter leader, and common, which is a little bit scary. And he flips. He's a 3/6 for 5 because all the other Bobas are 4/7, so this is what's a younger version. So he has kind of 4 attack, but like 1 less health. So he's got a 3/6, rate 1, and then his ability is kind of essentially the same. When a friendly bounty hunter unit's attack ends, if the defending unit was defeated, create a credit token. Not once per turn.
Multiple times, baby.
Yep. Just ambush a whole bunch of bounty hunters out.
Yep. Guess who's already gone through and added every bounty hunter into different decks, just so that after rotate, or so for when we get everything completed, I will have a master collection of all the bounty hunters that can be played, so that we can sort through them and build the best Boba Fett deck. Because
you realize they're basically all yellow.
Yeah, I did. I know it actually really sucks because I don't want to play. Like I wanted to play like a red. I want to play red. There is a couple of red ones to play.
A lot of bounty hunters are also underworld units, so you can just kind of build a generic underworld strategy with bounty hunting. So like you get more consistency from it.
Yeah, I'm actually I was very excited for Callus, and Callus is still probably my favorite leader so far, like mechanic wise, but this is up there. Like it fits my Boba Fett niche, and on top of that, like I insanely love the fact that I get free credit tokens just for attacking. Like this seems pretty good for what it is.
One of these days, Boba Fett's will actually have like an action and not just like a triggered ability on their leader. They're 4 for 4, on just triggered.
I know. I guess they whatever, man. I don't know what to tell you. 4 for 4. There's 4 bounty.
This is the 4th Boba.
Yeah, pilot, set 2, set 1.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, because set 2, one that nobody plays except for Alex.
I did. I crushed it. It's great.
Yeah, I love that green Boba.
Yeah.
It got a PQ top 8, right? We went over that.
What? Once in 2 years?
I said A. I mean, recently in this set.
So, just so you know, I actually had to message JJ. So I'll just tell you a little behind the scenes planning phase discussion. You know how you said, I don't know if this is young Boba Fett or not. I genuinely almost thought this was Ezra Bridger. So, by the way, Ezra's code name is Boba Fett in Rebels. So, and like the imagery is very Rebels-ish.
It does look a lot like Ezra.
I genuinely thought this was Ezra, like in disguise, as somehow we got a villain Ezra. And I was like, holy crap, guys, how do we get a villain Ezra? And JJ's like, no, here you go. This is from Clone Wars right here. And I was like, oh, all right, that's right. In the books, now, like in fairness, like if you read the Asajj book, and he's in like a couple of, he's in the Aftermath books too, right, JJ, I think? Is he?
No, he wasn't around after that.
Damn,
but-
when you,
No, what was the one? He was in some other early bounty hunter books. Maybe they were prequel, or maybe they were
he's like in
legends.
the Bounty Hunter comics, but those are probably legends, I believe.
Yeah. But he's a young kid in some of these other ones, and maybe it's the Asajj. Maybe it's the Asajj book that like has the most of
yeah,
him.
I think it's Asajj. Yeah.
But
Good
yeah,
for her.
he well, because she ran in the same crew for a while.
Yeah.
So, anyway, we don't need to. I don't need to fan out. I honestly am very excited for this leader though. So like, I'll have my credit control deck that Sam will despise, and then I will have this Boba Fett like mid range. I'm going to play like a Sarlacc for free deck at some point because I'm going to have so many credits.
Sure.
I feel like I'm gonna hate that one more than the control deck.
Probably. All right. Well, let's move on to our next leader. The next leader we have is Mr. Chewbacca. He's a hero of Kessel, supposedly. Sam,
Yeah, solo movie. Yeah.
I know.
Oh yeah.
Sam, what is this leader?
We got Red Hero, Chewbacca, Underworld Wookiee, action, pay 1, exhaust, and defeat a friendly resource, deal 2 damage to a unit, and create a credit. His epic action is pay 4, and Alex, does this include credits?
Yep.
So you could turn to deploy Chewbacca,
If you create a credit on turn 1, yeah.
who is a 5/6 on attack. You may defeat a resource or friendly resource. If you do, deal 2 damage to unit and create a credit token. That seems disgusting. Having a turn 2 5/6 anything with all of our good removal rotating out just seems cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
I mean,
Like, that
Sentinels
is-
still exist.
Yeah, what Sentinel is blocking this Chewbacca?
One will reveal later.
True. Yeah, that's like just about it. Yeah,
No, I
that's
mean, like,
He had
just
an immediate
in
answer.
general,
He's like,
like-
yeah, this one.
You only have, presumably, if you played a unit on turn 1, a unit, and then you spend it all to deploy Chewbacca, which probably isn't like a super bad idea, but like we'll see how much impact it has. It's
True.
like when JTL was released and everyone's like, oh, I'm just gonna eject Poe all day.
Mhm.
And then
Yeah.
no one did that.
Yeah. Now, just for clarification, I just want to make sure this is on record. When it says on attack, you may defeat a friendly resource. You cannot defeat a credit token. You have to actually physically defeat a resource. Correct?
I would assume so.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure because I think that's going to be a question a lot of people ask. And in fairness, you said that we could pay for his epic action with your credit tokens, which
Correct.
makes sense. That part makes sense. I just want to make sure people don't think you could
Yes.
just
Also-
like defeat your own credit tokens.
All right. Also, notably, it doesn't replace the resource, which is why it's like that high cost
Set
for
back.
doing that.
Yeah.
You are just straight up losing it.
And it's a you may, so it's kind of like you're probably not using his ability very early game, and if you
God,
do,
if it
it's
wasn't a you
hard
may, it'd be
aggro.
just so unplayable.
Yeah, that would make it just disgusting, and you couldn't do anything with it. It's mostly just for early 5/6 leader. Like,
Now, I'm going to be honest though. So like at first when I saw this, I thought this was like, oh my gosh, this feels broken. But then I realized it is an epic action. So he can only do this once a game, period.
Yeah.
I know it's
And-
not Trench.
and no, it's not trench. Like, yeah, exactly. It's like this is a once a game mechanic, and it feels really bad that you to do 2 damage to something and defeat a resource every single time. Like, this is like the reverse of Han 1 almost, right? Like, hey, we're gonna de-ramp here, boys. You're never getting over 6 resources with this guy if you ever want to use his ability. I guess it doesn't matter if you have 1 million credit tokens, but still, like, it's. I don't think this is going to be as impact. Like, I think that you can make this into some sort of like a semi-aggro deck, but like the problem is if you're not playing anything turn 1 really, this is your only unit. Like, how is this aggro? I could do the same thing with Deidre on one more turn later, and she's a 4/4/5. So like, yeah, this has 1 extra hit and 1 extra attack or 1 extra health, but I could do the same thing with Deidre. And when Deidre goes back, her impact is almost identical, except for I don't get a credit token. But I'd never get rid of a resource. So
It's pretty interesting, actually, like late game if you think about it, because you're just like, if you're at like 6 resources, 7 resources, you're just like, well, I don't need this card, so I'm just going to trade it in for 2 damage, basically.
yeah,
Which I think is pretty cool.
it's just daring raid on a stick.
Yeah,
I mean,
a little bit. You turn any card into Daring Raid, and it
Yeah.
refunds itself.
so for me, I think like the best thing about Chewie is just that he's an always available unit that you can deploy for 4 if you don't already have him out on the board. So that means that he's really great for you to put on gear on him, equipment, since it's a lot harder to defeat leader units outright. So he's a little bit more of a recurring character. I mean, for 5 attack, 6 health, 4 cost unit. That's pretty great stats. The on attack ability is just a bonus if you really wanted to do that. But you don't necessarily have to use his ability. You know, if you're buffing him with other stuff, then he becomes like a cheap like hammer that can come in and do it on several turns. If your opponent just manages to take him out, you can deploy in the next turn, which allows you to then in turn, you know, focus on like building him up. Or if you're using discard effects for whatever reason to get advantage of that, you know, you don't have to necessarily have to have a hand because you always have a unit available to you to buff up using that particular ability. I think that's where he shines there. It is going to take a little bit of planning to really get this efficiency up for Chewie. He's not going to be as easy to play as some of the other leaders that we've seen, but I think that's the best utility for Chewbacca so far.
I was going to say, he can die to your favorite card, JJ, the Governor Shuttle.
Yep, exactly.
Just play that if he like flips out and they have no one else.
Yeah, I think the only thing I can think of is like, so you know how Cassian is a 6/2. What I've seen a lot of people do with Cassian is build up some credit tokens, flip Cassian out, and then be able to play a bunch of plot cards on Cassian. So even if you claim, you're taking 12 to 15 damage just off the leader.
My
And-
triple armor of fortune.
Sure. I don't. That's not the card they're using, but I guess that's a viable card.
Is it?
But that's what I see people starting to use Cassian for, in that type of matchup, because even if you swing in and oh my gosh, like now you claim and then kill him next turn. So's life, he got 15 damage in the base, and that's a pretty good leader. That's like an Anakin leader flip, right? Like if Anakin hits you hard, you cry a little bit, and that my belief is that's how you're going to have to play Chewie to some extent, or you're going to have to figure out an aggro type deck to protect him so that you're for investment, because you're paying 4 resources to actually flip him. You're not like, and it's not like you can say, well, if I have 8 resources, you can negate this ability. There's nothing to negate this ability. It does not matter. You want to flip your leader, you're paying 4 resources. Suck it up, Buttercup. Which we only have that in one other leader, and that leader you could deploy all the time. So
There's also that 3-cost blue unit that just like negates your opponent's credit tokens, so that just cold stops Chewbacca if you have the initiative.
it does, and it's absolutely hilarious. I've been playing against that, and they will give you a credit token just to tell you can't use it with that guy, and then you have to kill it. Otherwise, you're just out of luck.
Yeah, but good luck killing it with your first turn play only.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's move on to some of the units that we're excited to talk about. Alex, you can have the first
They put it in
crack at
Terminator
it.
face.
They
did it.
It's Target Vader with a fire glove is what I'm guessing it is.
Yeah, who knows, man? It's just cool. You know, like Android, like 18 and 9, or like 19 and 20. That's what that looks like. Yeah, so it's Bile-Haired Valence. They finally did it. He's from like the 70s. He's cool. He's a 5-cost blue-red underworld bounty hunter. He's a 3/6. And on attack, draw a card. You may deal damage to a ground unit equal to the number of cards you've drawn this phase. It's cool for a deck that draws a lot of cards. It's kind of it. But he's in the game, damn it.
I seriously thought this was Agent Terex when I first saw this from First Order, but yeah, it's cool to see this John Connor-esque Terminator unit coming out.
It predates Terminator. That's the cool thing.
Yeah, I know it does.
Maybe that's where
like,
that's where Terminator got his thing from. Maybe.
Probably they should have sued. But yeah, no, I mean it's cool. Like we'll see what it gets played in. Again, probably like Blue Vader decks if that's your little shtick. For like the Eternal format, it might be interesting in like a Pre-Vizsla deck. Or like
Yeah.
Daedra, I guess. If you're doing Daedra Blue, it might be better.
And Daedra Blue, this card is probably okay. I mean, the 6 health is kind of like the sweet spot for this deck, right?
Yeah, he's chunky.
So like, and unfortunately, Daedra Blue is going to have to shift out of hard control into like unit control. And I think like this will benefit her. I did look, by the way, at like other things that draw you cards, and there is a smattering of stuff that we can use. Whether it'll be good or not to use it, I don't know. But there's a smattering of stuff I think that will be good to kind of benefit this. And it is an underworld bounty hunter, weirdly enough. So this is like one of the first blue red bounty hunters we've ever gotten. So we get blue bounty hunters and we get red ones, but not together, baby.
Sam, you can put him in your Yoda red deck because you draw with Yoda's ability.
I was just thinking about that. Oh my god.
All right. No. All right, JJ, tell us what the next card is.
All right, so we got the return of the Tentive 4 coming in at 7 cost, blue and heroic aspect with 5 attacks, 8 health, and it comes in as a rebel vehicle capital ship. It has restore 2, and when played, if a friendly unit was defeated this phase, heal 4 damage from your base. So sad that I can't play this in Blue Throne without paying the the penalty, because this would be so great. But definitely really strong card for the heal abilities on there. I think Emphas Nest. No, that's on attack, not when played. But no, so I mean, coming in, it's a lifeline. It helps you restore some damage really easily, especially if you sacrifice the unit like prior. A really good way to just heal that additional damage, especially if you could ambush this in, being able to heal 4 damage and then do restore 2. That's 6 damage off your base that you're restoring right off the bat. Pretty decent stats for a 7 cost so far. Yeah, I definitely think this will see play.
I really like this card in like blue Lando, new Lando.
Yeah.
To like stabilize really well, because you create enough credit tokens that you're just like, cool, I sacked one of my dudes into their guys, now I heal 4 and I have this 5/8 restore 2 ship out.
Yep.
If you manage to drop those early, I think this card's pretty impactful. I like this card a lot, actually.
Yeah, I think this card will be very good in Sealed 2, to be honest with you. Like, I think this is an easy seal target because it's an uncommon and it'll show up more right than like a rare or anything else. So I think like in the last sealed pool, I loved the Lando unit because it healed everything. This is going to be the same thing for me, I think, in sealed. All right, the next one we have is Anakin's Pod Racer. It's so wizard. That's the stupidest tagline I've ever heard.
Did they even say that in the movie?
So wizard.
Or are they just like retroactively adding it in there because they can?
I think you're right. I think they are.
I don't think he said that in the movie, because I would have laughed so hard at that line.
Yeah.
Annie, it's a wizard.
Ugh.
Oh my God. Stop it, JJ. It's a 3-cost yellow hero, 3/2 vehicle speeder. It comes in with ambush. While attacking, if no other units have attacked this phase, this unit deals combat damage before the defending unit.
It's a legendary.
It's a legendary. I will say this is not legendary value in any way, shape, or form. Will I tell you that I am playing this card like in my Sabay deck that I'm testing? Yes. Have I gone from 3 down to 2 with it? Yes. Is it really fun to put Boshek on this? Yes. Like, that's actually the most fun part about this. Outside of that, it's not like if you have initiative, this card's great. When you don't have initiative, you don't ambush it because you just lose it. And so that's an issue. So it's a very situationally amazing when you have initiative. But outside of that, I have started cutting this card.
And hope they have like 3 health or less. Because later game, this card is probably useless. I mean, not literally useless, but like it's 3 damage.
Yeah. I mean, for me, I immediately thought of Rose Tico Leader with this. Putting this in with like a Cassian crew or even like an Anakin if you want to pop him out and put him on different stuff, and just having different pilots being able to always attack with this first and not taking any damage, putting on a unit that can buff its ability. Heck, even Chewbacca on this would be like amazing, I think. So definitely going to see some play.
I don't think it lives is the problem. It's got 2 health. That's like no
That's
offense.
what
Like
the pilot is for, man. It
I-
gives extra health.
so now you're gonna pay 3 for a 3-2 vehicle that's on the ground where a lot of the other units are. You're gonna have to not ambush it into anything. So it's just gonna literally have to sit here and not
Or it
do
attacks
anything.
first. That turn could attack first. That turn.
Yeah.
Still be
Yeah,
fine.
if it attacks first that turn, then it doesn't matter at that point.
And they don't
Two
swing into it
fours are
immediately
super
after.
prominent. Like, I think Tanner's kind of right. Like, I think there's not a whole lot of good targets that people are wanting to play turn 1, other than like Allegiant General Pride, that people are really going to care about ambushing a 3 health or less turn 1 play, because everything's just 2 4s now.
Yeah, this card feels like it would be amazing in a control deck, right? Like that's what this card feels like. It's yellow hero, and we don't have control doesn't exist in the same way it did before.
Beguile.
I'm not. I'm not. I want this card to be good. Do not get me wrong, JJ. I would love for this card to be amazing. I would love to play the Anakin pilot in this card, but I just feel like there's too many actions you have to take and set up to get this to work. Like, I guess they could, like, okay, if I'm playing Sabay on the opposite side of the table and I do Faith in My Friends and then you have initiative, you ambush into one of my spies, I'm taking my other spy and killing this. You're never going to get to keep this card. Like, you will literally never get this. And I will never play something that has less than 3 health if you are going to always have the initiative. I'm not going to do it. Like, I'll just claim and play something the next turn. I don't know. Like,
I wonder if it's legendary because it'd be too good in limited. That might be a thing.
could be.
That makes
Because
sense.
in limited, it seems actually really good.
Yeah, you're right. Yes, because in limited, you care about killing their units as fast as possible, right? And they're not going to have optimal units. But in a premier deck, I'm going to have optimal units. Like, oh no, you ambush into something you can't even kill, and I don't know.
You put Anakin pilot on there and make it a nice 5/5 and thematic.
If you can get those credit tokens, baby, then you can do it.
So Tanner, on a scale of 1 to 10, how wizard do you think this card is?
3, Harry.
Not wizard enough.
All right, let's move on before I rant about this card. All right. Ironically enough, we're getting a non-pilot Anakin in some sort of a pod racer, and he can't attach to the other one. I don't know why. Why did they do that for us? But anyway, I don't know who's up next. Sam, tell us about this.
We got a
Anakin.
we got a 2/4 Anakin Skywalker. Somebody say that first word for me in the tagline. It's too far away from my screen. I need glasses.
Prescient pod racer. Yeah.
Thank you. All right. Yellow, blue hero force unit. When a friendly unit's attack ends, if you have no other units that have attacked this phase, or if no other units have attacked this phase, you may return it to its owner's hand. If you do, heal 2 damage from your base. What?
Yep.
This doesn't matter. Like, you can't even ambush Anakin's pod racer into Anakin to kill him. Like, what?
That makes sense, though,
And the
right? You
pod
don't want
racer
to kill Anakin
still
with a red pod.
dies.
I don't think this is I'll be honest. I don't think this is a horrible card if you're playing yellow blue.
No.
It is
It's
a force
incredible
unit.
in blue yellow Qui-Gon.
Yeah, like this. Yeah, exactly. And this is in fairness, this is this is a 2/4, right? So it's got okay stats, and it's a force unit.
It's a force unit for 2.
So it's not like awful. I like we aren't going to get a lot more force units like we did before. So I'm not. I won't tell you this is super amazing. Don't get me wrong. How about this? This is more wizard than the last one we talked about.
Good call.
I think this combos very nicely into the last one we talked about, right? Because you put this turn 1, and then you ambush in with turn 2, and then you immediately bring it back into your hand because it's not going to take any damage if it's the first thing that's coming in, and you get to heal the damage that your opponent might have done to you.
No,
especially if they
there's
were
no
hurt.
damage your opponent did to you.
You had
if
to do it first.
You had to do it first. You play this turn 1. You then ambush out the next one. There's no damage to heal because you just killed their turn 1 play. And if they swung in first, your other unit dies. So it doesn't matter.
We raided my base.
With what? We don't have during raid anymore.
Eternal's a format.
Okay, whatever.
I do actually this is a pretty solid card because it's not like limited to Anakin himself.
Yes, exactly.
So if you have a lot of damage on a unit or like it's shielded or something and you wanted to regain shielded, like picking it up and healing 2's not bad.
Ooh.
Yeah. Especially if you have like a 1-cost type thing or something like that. Owen's a thing that exists.
Or like a strong wind plate effect.
Or that. I can do that too.
Ooh, this combos nicely. If you're playing against an intro Battle Hoth Vader that has played a 1/3 turn 1 and done their ability, then you heal the 2, then you kill the thing. It all works out.
All right. I'll give you that, Sam. That is a combo that if you can get off, I will be excited to.
I'll take screenshots.
Yep. I'll display it on the podcast. All right.
I'll have to be the guy playing intro Battle Hoth
it'll just
Vader
be
though,
you.
because no one else will.
No. On Carabas, sometimes people do
On the
play
wild.
that. No,
Yes,
I'm dead
I've played
serious.
I have a
You've-
deck built for intro Battle Hoth
I don't-
Vader.
Play online.
I thought they were gonna do showies of it at Galactics or Milwaukee, so I had to have it in my back pocket in case I needed to whip that out and actually buy the intro Battle Hoth thing.
You
But
could
I
have
still
borrowed
haven't
mine.
bought it. Like,
I would
got
have just
6
let
of
you
them in
borrow
store.
it. I would let you borrow mine. If there was a showcase to win, you could come over and get all my cards, and I would let you borrow it just so you could win that showcase.
You're gonna need like 2 boxes that actually have 3 Ozels though.
Yep.
oh, I found it. We'll review that later.
Yeah, we're not going to review that later. Alex, tell me what Weasel. What is Weasel?
Yeah, I have no idea what Weasel is, but he's there.
An animal.
So it's Weasel. It's a 2/3 for 2. It's a red heroic. It's an underworld unit, and on attack, another friendly unit gains raid 2 for this phase. So if you're playing like a go wide thing, seems pretty solid.
Enfys.
Or like Enfys Nest.
I don't think this is awful. At least it has 3 health, thank God,
Yeah.
and not 2. It's like, could you imagine if this only had 2 health? I mean, that wizard Anakin can just kill this turn 1, so or turn 2.
How wizard is this card?
I'm
I'm gonna ask that like 3 or 4 more times, by the way.
Well, if we're using wizard as a rating system, I would give this a 4. More than the Anakin now, but not as good as the actual Anakin unit, what we just talked about, who I actually give a 6 to. So,
Interesting wizard skill.
yeah. All right, JJ, what is the next pod racer that we have?
Yeah, so the next one that we have here is the Champions KT9 Pod Racer, coming in as just a single yellow aspect here. It's a vehicle and speeder with a 2/3 rating for attack and defense, and it reads when played, create a credit token. Nice, easy way to start off early to have a credit token, and you have a vehicle. Unfortunately, it's only on the ground. I guess it's okay for what you can get. But that's about it. I mean, you may consider putting it on a JTL Vader deck. Just
there you go.
Up,
there you go.
That's about it.
It's a good JTL Vader card because I get a credit and can play something else, and it'd be better if it ambushed. But
it's bad. You're the one guy who plays Qui-Gon's Aether Sprite and just double trigger when played. I don't know. It's a 2/3 for like essentially 2, but like delayed, so it's kind of wonky.
it's okay.
Yeah.
It's a card.
How wizard is it? It's a 2. There you go.
Yeah, it's
Because
not very wizard.
No, it's just it's fine. It's just a fine card. It's what it is. I wanted to put that on there because it had the create the credit token, and I think that's kind of important to like talk through when we see those because credits are obviously the big new thing. So,
Oh, wizard was said. It was said by the random off-screen, like random,
Kid.
also orphan pod racer.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, how can I
Okay.
forget?
Yeah, it was
All
also said by Mando, but yeah.
all right, let's go on to Ari. We have a 6-cost red hero 3/7 underworld vehicle transport. Deal 2 damage on attack. Deal 2 damage to an enemy ground unit and 2 damage to a base. Feels very expensive. Very, very expensive for a 6 cost. But it is like a nice like bodied ship.
It's a hero raider-ish on attack-ish.
Yeah, but it's a 4. It's not a 4/6, and it doesn't do damage going in. And it doesn't do damage going in or out. So it only does damage on attack.
And
it's mandatory again.
Like this.
Why does Emphas like this?
Because you can do the on attack twice.
Doubles the attack abilities.
All right, but you got to pay for that though, right?
Yes. So about 4 damage to a unit, 4 damage to base is okay. It's not bad.
Okay, sure. So you play that for 6, and then next turn is when you would get that off. So on 7 resources, because you have to pay 1,
or if
right?
Enfys is just out, you have to pay 2 for Enfys' ability. But if Enfys is out, you can double it.
Okay.
Yep.
So I don't know. It's okay. I don't think it's bad, but I wouldn't play it. I don't think over other stuff I have. Like I could play the Hammerhead.
It'd be really annoying if you shoved Lando Pilot into it.
Fair enough.
Pilot.
That's very true. Are you gonna play red? Are you gonna play blue-red Lando leader?
It would be kind of weird to play red, but why not? I like the Lando leader. He's fun.
He is, but that's a weird. That's just weird, right? Though
that's weird. He gives red unit shields. That'd be pretty nice.
That's true. That's fair. All right, tell us about the Enfys Nest helmet, Alec.
Yeah, I got Enfys Nest helmet. It's a 2-cost red heroic upgrade. It gives +0, +2. It is unique, obviously, being Enfys Nest helmet. And it reads, attached to a non-vehicle unit. Attached unit gains on attack. You may give another unit +3, +0 for this phase. Really stacking on the Enfys Nest's on attack abilities. And it is another unit of note. So,
yeah, it is unique though, so I'm kind of glad that's unique. Because I think if it was ununique, this could actually get a little crazy.
Careless. Yeah, it seems okay. I'm not a big fan of requiring cards to have other units to do effects because as a control player, that's exactly what I'm trying to prevent. But if you're going wide, which I assume is the design philosophy of Enfys Nest, it would be pretty good because +3, +0 is pretty good. And it's for the whole phase and not for when they attack.
Notice how they don't have a contingent that says when you play this on Enfys Nest, double the ability, like they did with Boba's armor or something stupid.
Exactly.
Just prevent the first couple damage.
Which, by the way, if we play Eternal and they unlock Boba Fett for us, I'm playing old Boba Fett with Boba Fett's armor all day long.
Just like the old days.
Just like the old days. I'm going to
bring
back.
OP, put armor on them.
Yep. I love it. All right. Sam, tell us about a veteran.
2-cost red hero Cloud Rider veteran, 1/4 underworld on attack, deal 2 damage to base. It's good because if you're attacking base, it's overstated. It's okay if you're attacking into a unit. It's just
it's good going into Sentinels and popping shields.
Yep.
Yeah, that's true. It's not very wizard because it has 4 health, but I respect it. I like it.
It would be better if it had Sabine's ability. I would just rather play Sabine unit over this any day of the week, but
yeah, for sure.
We don't get Sabine unit anymore, so
I think it's a solid just kind of include because there's not really other options or you want the 4 health specifically. It can be kind of aggressive.
I don't know. We didn't see those Y-Wings do very much outside of sealed. And those are also a 1/3 that do 2 damage to a base.
That was from the intro battle Hoth, right?
No, there's another one from GTL.
Which one?
I don't know. There's a Y-Wing or... I'll look it up. Give me a
minute. The one
minute.
you're talking about is the one from intro battle Hoth. It's because it's the intro battle Hoth.
Y-Wing?
The Rebellion Y-Wing, the 2/3 for 3 that on attack deal 1 damage to a base.
Yes, that
Um,
is the True Battle Hoth.
Yeah, so that's not the
the
one I'm
intro
thinking
battle
of.
Hoth one.
Are you thinking
Yeah,
of Red Squadron Y-Wing, the 1-3?
There you go. Yes.
that's indirect damage,
Yeah.
Sure.
and that got played a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was really good.
Where?
Yeah.
Who played it? Who's playing that?
Radex.
Luke, any
Yeah,
Red
Pilot,
Hero.
any
Space.
red pilot.
Yeah.
I see it in Luke only. That's it. That's all I see. Or in Sealed. We played it in Sealed, but that was it.
I see it in a lot more.
Yeah, same.
All right. Well, let's move on to the. I'm not even going to say the name. JJ, what's the name of the next card? That way I don't get made fun of.
9 nub.
It's not.
It is the Sulliston Sapper, and he's carrying a lovely ice cream machine maker. Running away. He's a 3-cost red yellow aspect with 4 attack, 2 health on the world with ambush and overwhelm. Pretty dope. Like I like a quick unit here for 3 that can go in, attack a unit right when you play him. Target a unit that has very low health, and you're immediately pushing damage into the base right off the belt. With overwhelm, and yeah, it's a nice way to get like a lot really quick damage really early on with it, pretty cheap. And since it has Underworld, does have other interactions with some of the other units or leaders that we've seen so far. So yeah, pretty cool. It's definitely a C play.
This is a lot more wizard than the Anakin one.
True.
Is it because it does more damage and actually has an impact on the board?
Yep. And it has overwhelm. So
And you
there
can play it
go.
in Jabba if you're doing Jabba Red.
You can.
So if it lives through the ambush, you can pick it up and ambush next turn.
Yep.
Or again, if you have the resources / credits.
All right. The next one we have is Thermal Detonator. It is a 3-cost red upgrade, which is a +1/+1. Do not attach it to a vehicle, though. But you can attach to a unit, and it will gain, when defeated, if this unit was ready, deal 2 damage to each enemy ground unit. Sounds like a good control card, actually, weirdly enough. So that I'll just leave a unit setting up and then sack my own damn unit, or give it Sentinel and force you to kill it. One of the two.
Or kill it yourself and get a credit token.
Or kill it yourself and get a credit token.
So I absolutely love this card, mainly because in my Thrawn red deck, actually in most of my Thrawn decks, I run the assassin droid that does 3 damage to all ground units, and I use that as a board wipe. Now you put this on with Thermal Detonator, and now you're doing 5 damage when it destroys, and then you can trigger the ability for the HK droid again to do a total of 8 damage when you destroy that one unit. So if your opponent is very ground heavy, you're basically wiping out the board with 8 damage with that on Thrawn. So
Why not just play the Chimera and trigger that, and then trigger it with Thrawn again?
You can do that
just
too.
depends. Yeah, you can do that
that's
too.
better. Well, I
Then your
like
guy
that
doesn't
one
have to
better.
blow up.
Yep. Because JJ, how are you killing your unit in Thrawn with it being readied? You'll never get this 2 damage off if it's
Apology accepted.
I was gonna say apology accepted, or
JJ's not
merciless
running that.
contest, or
you are going to have that card.
Yeah, I do. I put
Eternal
after
still a
merciless
format.
contest.
Okay, we're not talking
Yeah.
Eternal, so
Yeah,
we can talk Eternal at some other point.
It's not
You
good.
can kill it with your own grenade strike if you wanted to.
There you go. Like, thank you. That's legitimate. But JJ's like, I'm going to
Rotation.
swing in. I'm going to swing in and kill it. No, you're not. You're not going to do any of that. It's not. It has to stay ready. Otherwise, this card's pointless. You just dump 3 resources for nothing. I don't know. I'll be honest. I like this card though. Like, I actually like the mechanics of this card. This card will not probably see much play because people are going to have exhaust mechanics, and the minute you play that card, someone's just going to exhaust your unit and kill it.
It does seem a little expensive at 3, but
Yeah.
it does give you the +1/+1, so maybe that's worth it.
Yeah.
I thought how JJ could kill that. That card that he was talking about for the thing earlier, the 5 cost 2/4. He's gonna
yeah.
do that
That's true.
because 4 cost for the unit and then 5. Oh wait, he just played the upgrade. So he's doing that on 6 resources.
You got credit tokens. It's fine. You can do anything
Yeah.
you want.
Boom! There you go.
What I want to know is, are we going to get a good green hero leader or have a good green hero leader that you could play this with, like play green red hero? so that way you can just put this on Captain Typho and call it a day and be like, I'm just never going to swing in with Captain Typho. Now he's got 6 health and 5 attack. Merry Christmas, swing into him, you know.
Do we
And you
have
haven't
any
said that in a long time, man. It's great. It's good to have you back.
Just remember to drop it with the range 2 template first, and then use the range 1 template.
Yes. And make sure you don't use the joint templates, because when you use the joint templates, it doesn't get them exact.
Sam has
This is
no
an
idea
X-Wing
what's
thing.
going on.
Yeah.
All right.
Very
Let's move on to jamming beam. The transmission
Jamming
jamming. Who wants to cover the transmission?
I got this one.
Yeah, there you go. This is a JJ card.
It's a one-cost tactic, transmission jamming. It's got our favorite leader on there, Grand Admiral Thrawn. It's just a single yellow aspect. And name a card. Cards with that name can't be played this phase, so it's a much weaker Kira, basically. Just prevents your opponent from playing a named card on there. Definitely would work better with different effects that allow you to peek at your opponent's hand, so that way it prevents them from playing that critical card on that turn. Definitely meant to work really, really well with a leader that's being rotated out, which is the first Thrawn from the first set. But still, it has its uses. It's just you got to really work towards it. I mean, I guess if you're playing with like Garrinan, or if you're playing Eternal format,
Beguile.
or Beguile.
There's so many look at your opponent's hands cards now.
Yeah, exactly. And then that will work well. But at the same time, it's
Sabay.
like, it's a babe. So
They're all
there's a
yellow.
lot of
Weird.
I like this card. I think this is a decent card. Like it'll be nice to have a 1-cost card that I could play and just say Millennium Falcon or Queen Amidala and not care if you have it in your hand. You just don't get to play it, and I only spent 1 resource. I spent a credit on this too. Maybe I only have to spend a resource. How about that?
Regional governor, though, it's so much better.
Well, you will no longer have regional governor. So there you go.
I mean, Eternal yellow blue hero kind of seems really
You don't even need to be
good.
hero. Regional governor is just neutral.
Yeah.
No, but you can do.
Sounds like a good trench card.
Sounds like an incredible set 1 Thrawn card.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, let's move on. We have the
High Singer.
I got it. The high singer.
I don't know how to say that one either.
Me neither.
Anyways. Yeah, so you have High Singer, the 4/2 for 3 green-red card, and it's an Underworld droid and bounty hunter. When played, give an experience token to another friendly green unit, and then when defeated, give an experience token to a friendly red unit. There's so many really good low-cost green-red units in this set, so you can just double experience them. And also, if you're playing like a droid in red, you can ambush this out and then just give your other unit 2 experience tokens.
Yeah.
And also trigger Boba Fett.
Trigger Boba. You can trigger a million things. I think this is a good card, and I think that it's sad I think it's great because we don't have ECL and Timely anymore, right? So we don't have to worry about people just making a stupid broken play. You actually have to work to get this off in 1 turn. But I mean, again, it's a 4/2, right?
This was a 4/2 for 3 that gives out an experience.
It seems like it's a pretty good card. So obviously it came out with a Saw package, but I think this works very well in the Boba package. So though unfortunately your red bounty hunters are not as good as your yellow bounty. So.
Correct. Not for rotation, anyways. No. I do really like this card.
Yeah.
All right.
There's so many good blue, so many good green reds.
Yeah, I think what was the deck I was I put this in Vader. I've been testing out the new Vader in green and red green to see if I can get it to hum like we had in set 1. But this works very well in that deck.
If you're playing an Obi-Wan red and you have Gungi turn 1 and then swing with Gungi and then give Gungi an experience and he's a 3/6, then you play Isinger and now he's a 4/7. Seems kind of fun.
Thank God you can't play General's Blade after that. All right. The next one we have is Defiant Hammerhead. It is a 6-cost red-green space Hammerhead unit. It is a 6/6 Rebel vehicle capital ship. And it says, on attack, if this unit is attacking a unit, you may give this unit +4 for this attack. If you do, defeat this unit after completing this attack. This feels more legendary than some of the legendaries we've gotten. How about that?
Yeah, 1v1 an Annihilator. Because if you use Saw's ability, that stacks before the on attack, so you're defeating it either way. That's +12, or that's up to 12 power, and you just 1v1 an Annihilator with a 6-cost unit.
Yeah,
That's
so good.
stupid.
I can't play an Annihilator on 6 resources or 7 resources, but hey.
The credit tokens exist, and you can do anything you want.
Yeah.
I will not be playing an Annihilator that
Credit
early.
tokens with like PPS. You never know.
That's fine. I do actually agree, though. I think this is a really amazing ship. Like, if at minimum I got a 6/6 that's just going to sit in space, and if not, I could just multiple kill things. You know, like, here you go. I don't know.
You can also ambush this out with Dryden.
I thank God this is not a Sentinel unit. Could you imagine if this was a Sentinel or had Overwhelm or something on it? Oh my gosh!
It's got Overwhelm if you're using Saw.
Yeah, you're right. If you use Saw, it does have Overwhelm, which is again very.
Set 3 Maul.
Well, we're not using Set 3 Maul with this. We would use Saw ahead of. I would use Saw well before that.
Fair enough.
I think
I do
Piet
agree
is going to
with you.
love this, period. I mean, he doesn't have to pay a penalty for it. I mean, just play a green-red Piet, which is pretty easy.
That is true. Piat this gives Piat new tools, so I don't know. I think this is a very awesome card design as it is. Like, I like the physical design behind the card itself, whether the fact that it's a good card or not. Like, the design space is really awesome with this. I like it a lot.
Yeah.
All right, Alex, you want to tell us about Kill Switch?
Like the band or the card?
Well, it depends. It depends on if you're going to talk about the band. We got to talk about which era it is, because
which singer?
there's only one good era ever.
Fair enough. Anyway, so it's that Kill Switch. It's a 2-cost blue upgrade. When played, you exhaust the attached unit, and it gives them -1/-1. It's a slightly downgraded Perilous Position.
Yeah, why did they nerf Perilous Position?
Why do you think?
One less, though.
Perilous Position's great.
Why do you think they nerfed it, Sam?
Because it hasn't seen play in like 2 sets, and they're like, oh, maybe I don't see any reason why they would nerf Perilous Position and just make it worse.
Oh, it's not nerfed. It costs less than Perilous Position.
And
yeah,
it has
but also
amazing
reduces
artwork.
almost. Oh, please! That artwork is amazing.
Yes, this is so iconic. This is like the
I'm sorry.
iconic X-wing right here.
You didn't say anything about the Defiant Hammerhead being like the most beautiful art on a card I've seen this set. Not to mention the fact that it's focusing on not even the main ship in the picture, but the TIE fighter with broken wings
Yes.
floating around in space. Is just
that's like my X-wings. If you come look at my X-wing
There you go.
collection,
that makes
that's
sense.
what it looks like.
If it's
They're all
because of,
glued
like,
on.
Yep.
Oh my
Mhm.
god. Yeah.
I love this card.
Yeah, no, I actually do like this card. Mostly just because of the when played, you exhaust it.
So remember
Yeah.
your thermal detonators, JJ?
Yep.
I just deactivated them for
Remember
you.
your turn 2 Chewbacca? It
No
doesn't
more.
do anything this turn.
Bonk.
No, this card's great. This card is amazing. Like, if you are playing sealed, get the or draft, this is the card you want, right? I'll tell you right now, this is one of the top cards so far.
It is mostly just because you can attach it to leaders as well.
Yes,
Mhm.
you can attach it to anything. It's inconsequential what you attach it to.
Wasn't
It's a
Perilous the same
blue-
way?
Yes.
Yeah, you're right. Yes. Yeah, Perilous is a
Perilous
great
is a
card.
great card.
The problem is if I play Power of the Dark Side, would I rather play Perilous or Power of the Dark Side? Power of the Dark Side. You know what I use Perilous Position for? Those stupid Chewbacca ships. That's what you use Perilous for.
Chewbacca ships.
Anytime you put a Chewbacca on something, I just Perilous Position the damn thing. Because I don't know how else to kill it. And
And Sam,
control.
when village protectors were everywhere,
Oh, yeah.
Perilous was
Sure.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Great meta call. I love that. What are you putting this on to kill this?
You're exhausting it. Is the more important thing than the kill.
Would you like to know a top 8 list that ran Perilous Position?
Are you saying the one is your Deidre going to be the answer?
Yep, it is, because I did. I ran it specifically for those stupid
I was
ass.
gonna say my Han list in set 3. Right? Like I ran it.
Did you put it on the Anakin leader?
Did I put it on the? No.
Tanner, in the match that you were in top 8, where it would have
No,
been
it didn't.
you
It
put
did,
it on the Anakin leader?
I never saw it. It didn't matter. It was inconsequential. All right, let's move
Perilous
on.
Position has always been like a really, really good sideboard card, and I don't
Sure.
like. I think Kill Switch is really good if there's like a lot of super heavy, impactful like leader flips, like a turn 2 Chewbacca kind of thing. The exhaust is for this one is a lot more important than the negative stats, although the negative stats kind of help.
All right, let's talk about our favorite bounty hunter program to kill, JJ.
So the all ever elusive IG-88 coming in with a blue-red aspect with villainy, a 4 cost, coming in with 6 attack and 3 health, shielded, with Underworld, Droid, and Bounty Hunter. All you need to know is that it swings big and can survive that initial hit, and this will work fantastic with Gar Saxon. I would love to put that in there. Unfortunately, Gar Red isn't really great.
I think this card's amazing.
Yeah, it is really good.
I think everyone forgot Piercing Shot exists.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Which just instant kills this.
Yep, I'm no longer excited for this card.
I think it's fine. Like, again, not a lot of people remember Piercing Shot's a card, but also like just a huge like beat stick like this has its place in decks, and like I can see myself if I'm playing like Daedra Blue, like running this in here just because it is like such a tough piece to like out.
Yep.
Yeah, 6 cost blue-green here, or blue-green villainy Cad Bane. Now it's my turn. 6/6 Underworld Bounty Hunter, shielded, overwhelm, and on attack defeat any number of friendly credit tokens. Give an experience token to this unit for each credit defeated that way. So it's a lot of just gaining credits early on, and then on attack just stacking, swinging huge by defeating all those credits, and not using them to bring him out, which is what I would have thought you would have wanted to do, because you don't really want to play a 6/6 shielded, but I don't know, rotation's going to shake everything. But
I mean, emergency power still exists.
True, yeah. I just, meh.
The overwhelm helps.
Yeah.
Honestly, with the shielded combo for like, if you have like 1 or 2 credit tokens like around, just be like, oh, now he's like a 7/7 overwhelm with the shield, so I don't like take the damage back, and then next turn if I have more credits, I can continue pumping him up.
Am I still staticky?
No, you're good.
Okay. I love this card. I don't know why you don't. I think this card's great. Like,
I think it's good-ish.
I mean, it does suck that it's not ambush, but like it's a 6/6/6, which is the best numbers in the game, and it comes in shielded, and it gets overwhelm, and
he has rocket boots.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he does. So.
Huh.
I don't remember
like the
those.
Star-Lord rocket.
Yeah, I was gonna say Star-Lord.
Yeah.
I like it.
It's a good like mid game or like mid late game-ish filler for like green villainy decks that generate credit tokens, but also like there's some other pretty good blue green villainy stuff for 6.
I don't know, but you could ambush him in though, right? With what's his face?
With like Dryden.
Yeah.
When Dryden's already flipped out, yeah. So it's not bad. I think he's far more interesting in like Eternal, but I don't think it's we'll see. Like it really depends on like his ability's not robust, but like the shielded overwhelm 6/6 for 6 is pretty interesting.
Yeah, it's pretty okay. Like, I don't think it's superb as some of the other legendaries that we've already revealed, but it's not Sinarasan. It's not unplayable. It's not.
If you're running like out of aspect base, you can have him like ambush with Jabba.
Fair
enough. All right, JJ, tell us about display piece.
Yeah, so it's a 4-cost blue and villainy supply card display piece, and it reads: defeated enemy non-leader unit is controlled resources it from its owner's discard pile. Um, so if I'm reading this correctly, your opponent defeats a unit, and then when it go, they can take it from from their own discard pile and put it into the resource. Correct?
Well, which if they control a unit, you can play display piece. That unit dies, and then it goes into their resources. Even if it was like
And
one of
it
your
would
units that they captured or took control of, basically.
okay. All right, and then it's not ready. Correct? It's not like super laser tech.
Unless they have the definition for resources, defined as like ready the resource, which I don't think they'll do. Yeah, it won't be readied.
Okay. Yeah.
Sad. This is what they gave me instead of Power the Dark Side. Fuck you, FFG.
It's like calculated lethality. It's like
It's a cheaper
control card.
Vanquish, but they resource.
Yeah, so
No, 'cause
here,
then
let me
they
kill your
ramp up
unit and
for-
you get to ramp. It's like
I mean-
Koth Enith.
Cool if we're at like
Late
7
game?
resources. I don't particularly care.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on. We got Mastery is the next one. That is a 4-cost blue upgrade. This upgrade costs 1 less to play on a unique unit. So basically, it's a 3-cost, 3/3 upgrade. It's okay.
Sure.
General
Seems really good and limited.
That's about it. I'll play it in limited. There you go.
I mean, if you have like Guardians of the Wills, which is legal for this rotation, like it gets a little bit more interesting.
It's not unique.
But you're not. Yeah, I know, but you're not putting it on Guardian of the Wills.
Oh, I thought that was
But
only on units
it's
that
the
you
first
put on Guardian.
Oh. No, the first upgrade you play just costs 1 less.
Oh,
And there's other like various cards that kind of do that as well.
okay, that makes sense.
That's about it.
Put it on Wilro Hood.
That's true. It won't be able to be removed.
Mhm.
You found the best use for it.
All right. Alex, tell us about holding for question.
Yeah, hold for questioning. It's a 3-cost yellow villainy event. Exhaust an enemy unit. If you do, look at its controller's hand and discard a card from it that shares an aspect with that unit. Which seems really good.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, like, you get to exhaust them and then also, like, rip a card from their hand, most likely.
Yeah.
The more aspects they have, the better it gets.
Let me play a rest for turn 2, and then play this card turn 3 on whichever unit you have that's worse, and then get to discard the card before you even get to play your card for the turn.
Oh, and then jam with the pawn card. Yeah.
Red,
That's great.
yellow, Daedra Heart Control. There you go, Tanner.
I
already made that.
Did you? All right.
Yeah.
Well, send it to me. Post it in our Discord.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's talk about it. I'm interested in heart control hand stripping.
It's all about hand knowledge. 3 of Inspector Shuttle, baby. Let's go.
All right. JJ, I'm going to give you this card. You tried to guess this one time, didn't you, during our...
I think you guessed it this time.
No,
around.
it was May and OSHA. as
Oh,
the
that's
leader.
right. That's
Yeah.
right. That's right.
But it is nice to see the art for it because it is awesome. It's like one of the best arts for the set by far. So we got the Stranger, No Survivors coming in as a 5-cost card. It is a yellow, blue, and villainy aspect with 1 attack and 7 health. With Force and Sith has ambush and grit. While attacking, you may have the defending unit deal combat damage before this unit, which essentially helps activate grit on there. I kind of am disappointed because of the theme, because I wish there was a different mechanic for it. Thematically, essentially, he gained the ability to use his lightsabers by learning how to kill a Jedi with no weapons, and then he was granted the ability to use lightsabers later on for his reward. It feels like that theme was lost. Yeah. I feel like that theme was lost with this here, and I get that you want to like attack first into a unit, and then they deal that damage into him, and then he survives, and then does his boosted attack afterwards with grit. It seems pretty cool, but honestly, like I don't know. I have mixed feelings for it. I wish that there was a lightsaber that goes with it that helps enhance this ability a little bit better. But for 5 attack, it does have a high ceiling with different lightsabers that can help boost force units. Could see
Okay.
some play. I could definitely put this in Third Sister deck, or even put it.
Talzin.
Yeah, Talzin for sure. There's a lot of different like decks that can definitely fold this in. I was actually thinking Darth Revan as well. But yeah,
Revan, 2 aspects. That's a little bit of a conflict.
credits, man. That's what you got credits for.
All right. So JJ, I will agree with you that this is not the thematic piece I was hoping for with this card. I will agree with you on that. I will disagree with you. I think this card is totes magotes amazing. Like, just, I get to ambush, I get to choose the unit, I get to deal damage to myself, and then get to ambush in. The only thing that would be better if it said Saboteur on the stupid thing as well. So
Yeah, it's disgusting.
you could put Darth Revan's lightsabers on this afterwards if you want. Like, I think this card is amazing.
Re-give it grit.
Playable Pawn Krell. Maybe.
maybe. I don't know, Alex. I love this card. I think this card's great. Like, I don't know. I like this card a lot.
I agree. I think it's really good. I like the, like if they have like 6 attack, right? Like that's the highest you can go. You're probably killing it.
Mm-hmm.
Because you'll be swinging back for 7.
Yep.
So.
All right. Let's move on to the next one. Who wants the next one?
I do get a
I'll take the next one.
piece.
All right. Hunter for Hire. It is a underworld bounty hunter. 3 cost, 4/4. Action, defeat a friendly credit token. Take control of this unit. Any player may use this ability.
Yep.
Seems decent.
I mean, I guess like if you don't have token generation in your deck, then it's probably really good for you. Or like, credit
Yeah,
token.
it's
But-
basically that mercenary, right? Like the ground unit version of the mercenary
Gunship.
token.
Mercenary
Yeah.
ship.
I mean, you're basically forcing your opponent to spend their credit token just to take control of this particular unit. Timing
I
does
pay
go into
1
it.
for a 4/4.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, and timing matters, right? Because if you already attack with this unit, then them spending a credit on it basically gives them an exhausted 4/4, which I guess can get ready the following turn, but you've already gotten the use out of it. And if you already got enough credit generation on your own, then you could probably just outdo them for that. But it just depends. So,
I think it's really funny for Twin Sons.
oh yeah.
Everybody just take this unit and move it around the table.
Yeah.
That's fair. I like the mercenary gunship. I played it quite a bit at the onset of early of the sets until
Because it was a 2 cost. That's why it was good. Because it was a 3/2 for 2, and your opponent didn't feel like wasting the resources for something with 2 health.
I don't know. I still think this is good. Like, we play a 4/5 ship in space for 3. That when it is defeated, your opponent gets this stupid thing. This one, at least, I can buy back.
Yeah, but there's a lot less units in space than there are ground.
I guess. I don't know. I like
And
it.
also, I don't know, you get to swing with the stolen hauler, and then they have to force them to kill it. This one you play it, and they can just take it immediately.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think there is going to be some use case for this, personally. I think at minimum in sealed you'll play this.
I mean, he's a bounty hunter. You can use it with Boba Fett.
It's in my Boba Fett deck already. So, yeah. All right. Targeted for removal. JJ, what is that?
So this is a 3-cost green and villainy aspect card, and it is an attachment and reads: attached unit gains when defeated. An opponent creates a credit tokens equal to this unit's cost, and it gives them a plus and minus plus 0/0 basically for it. So basically, it's a bounty that you could put on a particular unit.
But they
Pretty
couldn't
nice,
make it a
actually.
bounty because Bosk exists.
Exactly. Yeah, boss exists. But it's pretty nice. I actually would it would be nice if Thrawn could interact with this, but unfortunately it doesn't. Well, at least it does, but for your opponent. But still, it's nice to be able to generate tokens for a unit that you know you're going to be able to take out, especially if you like whittle it down or you have a big unit coming in to take it out the next turn. Good way to just create extra resources or extra credits so that we can play other units later on. Does have some utility, especially with leaders that already are dealing on damage to units and such, like Maul, for instance. It's a nice little ability to just help you give you that soft ramp for when you do decide to kill that particular unit. So definitely will still play, I think.
I feel like I should like this card a lot more than I do. Because if you put it on something big, you get a lot of credits.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I'm very like, I'm paying 3, so to even break even, I have to put it on a 3-cost unit. Then it's like, well, if I put on like a 6-cost unit, then I have to like dump a couple more resources and trying to kill it. But like, it's also a pretty good like early turn thing if you don't really have units or any way of killing it, or like just delay it so you can drop something huge later on for credits. I don't know how I feel about this yet.
I think it's okay. I think this fits in the okay bucket, right? But that's where I feel it is. I don't think.
I mean, like I see where it's situationally where it's really good.
Yeah, like I think like if you are able to get some sort of a decent control deck going, you know, this is a decent card to be able to put on like one of their bigger units that you can kill with. I don't know, what is that card that we talked about that I didn't really like, that they get to the 4-cost card that they get to resource their unit. Because like this allows you to trigger this when defeated first, right? So you get to create
credits equal to them. Yeah, I mean, like, you can display piece them.
So you just, it's like when if they are playing a bunch of stuff early that is like really higher end and they don't have a ton of like units out on the board, then I think this card is great because you can play it, kill that unit, and all of a sudden you've got all these credit tokens to play with. Do I think this should go in every deck and will be very impactful? But probably not. It'll be good and sealed as kind of like a if I have the ability to kill things card, but outside of that, it's not that good of a card, really. It's just kind of
the 3 cost is what makes it kind of wonky.
Yeah. So
it was like a 2 cost, but gave them like +1/+0 or +0/+1. That might be really interesting.
Yeah, or make it a 1 cost that capture the amount of credits you're allowed to have, like at 4 or something like that, or 3, or I don't know. I'm not a designer, so. But I'll tell you what, Alex, tell us about the new Liberty vehicle.
Oh man, I'm so excited for this.
I know.
This part's cool.
Yep, I know you are.
Yeah, it's Liberty. It's an 8-cost yellow heroic unit. It's a 9/7 rebel capital ship vehicle, and it has Sentinel. And when played and when on attack, exhaust an enemy unit and return all upgrades on it that cost 4 or less to their owner's hand. This is so cool to drop early with Lando.
Yep.
And very funny if they deployed Kylo.
Exactly what I was gonna say. Yep.
That would be so dirty. Mm-hmm. Oh man.
Or like, oh, I just emergency powered this unit, and I'm like, that's fun. Here's my Space Sentinel. It was also a 9/7 Space Sentinel.
Yeah, like you got to think like Piat can run that 27 health base and play this.
No, not for.
Oh, he still doesn't because it's a hero. Yeah, damn it.
Yeah.
All right.
You're play for 9. Or 8 if he's out.
And you have credits. So
yeah, with credits you can do anything.
That sounds like a Bible verse to me.
Yeah, I mean, like that's what makes it really interesting for Lando, right? Because like Lando, if you have 1 credit on the Lando flip,
It's now
you can
3.
play this and still have a credit left over.
Yeah. I do actually I just like the fact that they're rotating Yoda out, thank God. So I don't have to worry about somebody trying to make a Yoda yellow deck to play this in. But like, this like goes really well on Qui-Gon, right? Like,
Yeah.
like,
Oh yeah.
because you could play this in Qui-Gon as a replacement for the home one because we lose home one, but you could play this, strip down their upgrade stuff, pop it back to hand, and play the damn thing again next turn.
I would play this in Qui-Gon, but like it's definitely not a home 1 replacement. I think it's just a good top end for those kinds of decks because like Yellow Heroic doesn't have like a huge space top end. You're kind of like, well, I got the Lightmaker plus whatever other big ship I want to play with my actual aspect that's not yellow.
Yeah. Fair enough. I do really like this. I genuinely like this is not as good of a Devastator as like what we get, but this is like this is a good compromise for going into Hero because Hero's never had some of this type of like crazy shenanigans.
Exhausts when played and on attack.
Yeah.
It's so cool. So good.
So I like it. I think it's good.
Yeah.
All right. JJ, tell us about K2SO.
He's locking the vault here, coming in with 5 cost, red, yellow, and heroic aspect with 3 attack and 5 health. And he's a rebel droid, coming in with ambush. And on attack, he may deal 3 damage to a damaged ground unit. And it does not have to be an enemy unit; it could be a friendly unit as well. If you wanted to buff up those grits with K2SO ability, it's okay. I think there's a couple of undefeated effects that you can trigger off of this if you really wanted to. But overall, being able to do like you want this attack second, right? If you're sending in a unit to like take out a sentinel unit or something, or soften up a sentinel piece, giving K2SO a saboteur upgrade would be really great because you can do damage to like a damaged sentinel unit, for instance, and then swing into base. This can help clear the way for a lot of that there. There's a lot of combo wombos for this, but I like this a lot. It's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, like the 3 attack ambush for 5 isn't like particularly great. But
okay, but
also the on attack's really nice, and I mean, like the 3 ambush isn't good for 5, but the on attack ability is really nice.
Yes, I mean, because essentially, if you have other units that like have you could 2-for-1 units, and this will probably still live. This is not quite like Vader-esque, right? Where Vader's a lot better than this, but at the same token, this has built-in ambush. I actually really like this card. I think this fits
interesting.
I think it fits well in Enfys Nest, right? And like I think there's a conversation that this could technically kind of work a little bit in some of that Chewbacca, discussions. Again, I honestly we have the tapping stuff, so maybe Chewbacca won't be good, but until we figure that out, I do think Chewbacca's a good leader. But this guy, it could come in and just kill things.
I was gonna say it'd be really interesting in like a Padme deck because you can ping things that you want.
Yep.
And then ambush out the K2SO.
Yep. That's very true. Yep, Padme, because she has all the ping damage, like
Grenade Strike is a card and stuff like that. So
yeah. I don't think this is like top of the line, like, oh my god, this is going to be the best card you're ever going to play. It's not as good as our last K2SO, but I do think there's high playability in this. So
I do want to ask an interaction with Cassian Leader. So if you ambush him out and let's say you use his ability to kill a unit that had 3 health left, he basically does no damage with his attack, and then he goes into hiding until his following turn, correct?
No, he didn't do damage to the base.
Right, but if you ambush, right, and you choose a unit that's already damaged, you use his ability. You kill him
Cassian says you have to attack base, not other units.
Okay,
Cassian's base damage, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Never mind it.
Good try. That would be probably a pretty good thing, except for, again,
Yeah.
are you really paying 5 costs for a 3 kill spell?
It would work that way if you had Overwhelm as well, JJ.
Yeah, that
Yes.
would be great.
Like his other unit.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Last 2 we got for tonight. Alex, do you want Bosk or Choking?
I think I'll do Choke because I actually have some stuff for that.
All right. So the next unit we have is a 4-cost villain, blue-green. I mean, they're just telling us, let's play blue-green villain again, baby. Bosk joining our merry band. He is a 4-cost 3/5 underworld bounty hunter. On attack, give a unit +1/+1 for this phase. You may give a unit -1/-1 for this phase. The one question I have is, are both of those linked into one? So basically, on attack, you can do both, which means you have to attack to get the second thing off. It's not like a static like buff thing that sits there. Correct?
Well, the on attack, you can give a unit +1 for this phase. That's a mandatory thing. And then also you may give a unit -1/-1 for this phase is in the on attack.
Okay. I just want to make sure that it's not like some weird static thing like that we're going to like learn about later, that they gave us some broken card.
I think they would do like a separate paragraph for that if it was something like that.
Hopefully, but
that's what I said you would think.
We've had FHE to do things, so I genuinely like this card quite a bit, actually. Like,
on
I
attack
think
can hit himself too, right? He can do
Yes.
4/6.
he's a
which is cool.
4/6, and he's going to basically decrease something -1/-1. It's like, this is like our Cad Bane. When Cad Bane comes out, he could kill something that, is -1. So, like, this on Cad Bane's churn, that you could plot him out. And I just keep thinking Jabba.
Fair.
But, like, this, like, does super well in Jabba. Like, this is a good Jabba card if you want to continue to play Jabba after ECL rotates out. I know it's not 5 damage, but, I mean, oh no, your Sentinel Tycho went from a 4/5, and now it is essentially a 3/4, and
it dies for my 4/6.
Yep, it dies for my 4/6, and oh, by the way, my 4/6 still gets to live next turn. That's pretty good. Like, that feels pretty good, I think.
I do like him.
And if you want to get super crazy, you can play this. It's not like a force mechanic, but you could like do a weird Telzin combination of force, non-force, and this actually works very well in Telzin too, by the way. And yes, I am working
That's pretty sweet.
on some Telzin shenanigans.
On
with
Talzin's
this.
flip turn, you can give it something -3/-3.
Yes. Yes. It's so I think Telzin has quite a bit of playability this set after rotation happens. But we'll see, I guess. So, all right. Tell us about the last card, Alex. What do we got?
This is one of the stupidest lines ever said in Star Wars. Choke on aspirations. 1-cost blue villain. Yeah, remember when Vader was a quippy villain? I hated that. Anyways, a 1-cost blue villainy event. Deal up to 5 damage to a friendly non-vehicle unit. If it survives, heal damage from your base equal to the damage dealt this way. Speaking of semi-playable, like Ponkrell, like anything with grit seems pretty solid. Jabba seems really solid because you could deal up to 5 damage to your unit to deal 5 damage to theirs and also heal your base for 5. It doesn't work with shields because you do 0 damage, so don't do that to a shielded unit. I think it's interesting. It's like a weird, like, you have to have some sort of weird niche combo thing for this, which is like the kind of cards that I love.
Yeah, I mean, it works well with the Stranger, right?
Yes.
Like, technically speaking, you can't ambush the Stranger first, but this works with the Stranger.
I mean, if there's no one to ambush into, you can play the Stranger and then just do 5 damage to him and heal 5. I think it's just like there's a lot of like blue tends to have a lot of health, right, in low attack. So being able to like heal your base for villainy just for a 1 cost kind of out of nowhere seems not too bad.
Yeah, I think the big caveat is it has to survive, and that's the only thing I don't like about that is it has to survive to do that. But again, you are right. Like, if you have the ability to do that, this is an amazing card. It's just got such that like borderline, thing. But I mean, like, okay,
super niche.
In fairness, in Talzin, if you need to heal, you can literally do 5 damage to Talzin and heal your base and call it a day. Like, she's gonna live no matter what.
It is also a card that JJ can use to kill his readied unit.
Yep. Yes, sir.
All right, but you ain't healing. You're not healing
I
that
just think
damage.
He's not
that-
healing, but he's
I
doing
think Krennic just needs some Prilosec OTC for that heartburn that's going through his neck right at that moment. That's what it looks like to me. So
Think about it though. I guess JJ, if you think about it, you could have Thrawn, right, and use this to defeat your unit, clear their board, then heal 5 damage from your base. I don't know. Well, no, it wouldn't work that way because you wouldn't be able to heal the 5 damage still. But either way, you can still use it to kill your unit.
It's also up to 5 damage, right? Like, so you just do a 1 below their health. If they have like 3 health left, you can just heal 2 if need be,
Yep,
right?
that's
Like
true.
it's a little bit versatile, but maybe you have a weird temporary buff, like you just swung in with Bosk and gave itself the +1/+1, then you can do 5 damage to it, and it still lives and just dies at the end of the turn.
hmm
In like weird scenarios that you might need that.
I don't know. I like it. I think it's a good card. So I think again, we'll have to see to some extent, like how much play it'll see, but I think that sees play. So, well, all right. Well, that was the spoilers we had for you. I know there's a few more that came out today or yesterday when this finally released. We just didn't get around to getting all of them. We'll get a few more next week. As you can look for, like I said, the podcast will not be available next week until next Tuesday. We will be covering Minnesota, probably talk a little bit about Sam's run. I'll probably spend more time talking about Sam's time than really caring about the statistics, given rotation is less than a month away. I think we should talk about it because I think like there's some good competition, but I care a little bit less about that to some extent, and I'm more interested in rotation. I'm already in rotation mode. There you go. So next week we'll probably talk a little bit about maybe some of our, some of the cards we think from the earlier sets that are going to be like super important to keep around and play. Again, Emergency Powers I think is one of the top cards that you can have, right? So
I have a question.
Yeah.
Sorry, this is slightly derailing. Are units that you control that weren't originally yours considered friendly units? I believe they are, right?
They are, yes.
So if someone gives you the new yellow 05 Galen Urso, you can just kill it with choke on your aspirations,
Yes, you can.
which is semi-thematic, I guess.
Yep, you just kill it and be done with it.
Yes, so you can like
That's
out
so
a
great.
unit that they gave you.
That's crazy.
that is great.
I didn't
like
think about that, but yes, you can 100% do that. You can also kill if they aren't going to kill your Owen. You could just kill your Owen just so you can draw your force units. You're like, I don't need to heal. I just want my force units, baby. Give me my Vader.
You can
Where's my
swing
Vader?
in with Owen, restore 2, and then kill him.
And then kill him. There you go. And it's almost the same way, right?
Almost.
Anyway, so we'll be talking next week. We'll be talking a little bit about post rotation. We'll have some sort of a segment on either like maybe a deck we built, or maybe we'll be talking about if we get all the cards, maybe we'll do our seal thing. If we don't have all the cards, we won't be doing a seal thing, and maybe we'll just talk about stuff that like decks that we feel it's probably more or less decks we feel that are going to get better with rotation. That's probably a good topic to start conversing about because we really should be talking about what happens post rotation. I will forewarn you, we are not going to do an Eternal segment yet. We will do an Eternal segment as soon as they release the information so that I know what's going to be banned and what's not going to be banned. That's what I care more about than anything else.
Yeah.
I don't want to do Eternal discussion until we know that, because if we don't get Jango or Boba back, or they start banning more things, like why have a discussion about something that we just don't understand yet? And then, yeah. So yeah, anyway, thank you all for joining us for episode 96. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, like and follow, and all of that fun jazz. And we will see you on the Flippity Flop.
Have a good night, everybody.
Thanks for listening.